Did you know that the snake other snakes also avoid is the king cobra? When it begins its hunt, the outcome is rarely reversed. No haste, no chaos. The hunt unfolds coldly and decisively, where even the smallest mistake is enough to determine the end. Right after this are terrifying scenes of king cobras hunting other snakes, captured on camera. Watch closely. King Cobra versus Cobra. The king cobra is moving slowly through its familiar hunting ground. But at that very moment, another cobra is also out on a hunt. And the hunting state is instantly triggered. The king cobra suddenly lunges forward. The attack locks tightly onto the opponent's head. It quickly takes control of the situation. For reptiles, controlling the head means controlling the entire battle. Biologically, the king cobra has a high resistance to the venom of many snake species, allowing it to prey on its own kind. The king cobra always swallows starting from the head. This method helps prevent the prey's teeth and rigid scales from catching backward in the throat, significantly reducing risk. The king cobra has a pair of large scales on the top of its head, located behind the usual head scales. This is an important identifying feature that distinguishes it from other cobra species. The advantage in length and overall size makes the outcome of the confrontation almost decided within the first few seconds. King Cobra vs. Mangrove Snake. While the mangrove snake is moving slowly in search of prey, it has no idea that a professional snake hunter is approaching. The king cobra follows the scent trail with great precision, using its tongue and Jacobson's organ to clearly determine the direction of movement and the size of its opponent. With overwhelming advantages in both size and strength, the cobra confidently delivers a decisive attack. The bite completely controls the prey's head. This is the king cobra's familiar strategy when hunting other snakes, prioritizing safety over unnecessary energy expenditure. Before swallowing, the king cobra carefully adjusts the prey. It rotates the mangrove snake so that the head aligns straight with its own body axis. The mangrove snake quickly loses its ability to resist. With its extensive hunting experience, the king cobra does not rush to swallow. It often waits until the prey is completely motionless to reduce the risk of injury or counterattack during swallowing. The king cobra has a split lower jaw that operates independently, allowing each side of the jaw to alternately pull the prey inward, enabling it to swallow without pushing from the outside. King Cobra versus young python. The king cobra and a young python appear to be wrapped together in a suffocating battle. But that is not actually the case. In reality, the young python, in panic, instinctively coils around its own body, while the cobra maintains a deep bite into the opponent's body. Do you know why? The venom of the king cobra is specialized for snakes. Its main components are cytotoxins and neurotoxins that act quickly on the nervous system, causing rapid loss of muscle tone in the prey. The prey loses the ability to control its body, unable to crawl away or resist after just a few minutes. A top predator with a strategy designed to end the hunt with maximum efficiency and minimal risk. Snakes fighting to the death. Two white snakes, fighting over territory, launch themselves at each other with full force. One is nearly suffocated by the other's constricting grip, yet it does not give up. With a powerful head jerk, luck allows it to escape the deadly coils. With its head bleeding, it must end the fight as quickly as possible before losing all strength. Snakes have no limbs, so the head and neck are the control center of the entire battle, and all attacks focus here. With no retreat, they press in close, fully on guard. Shallow bites are delivered only to threaten the opponent, yet neither is willing to submit. A snake's eyes hardly determine the outcome. At close range, snakes rely mainly on sensing vibrations, pressure, and points of contact on the skin, not vision. And the decisive bite is launched. For the snake already injured on the head, choosing to confront an equally matched opponent is not a safe strategy. A rapid constriction is executed, this time more effective because the prey's head is firmly locked. With a lethal constriction, this may be the final outcome for the weaker one. Unbelievably, with effort at the very edge of death, the snake with the bleeding head escapes the constriction once again. Snakes have a low pain threshold, but a high ability to ignore injury. Their nervous system prioritizes survival reflexes over pain response, allowing them to continue fighting even when severely wounded. The confrontation gradually slows as both begin to tire, yet the one carrying its wounds still refuses to submit. Faced with such endurance and an unbelievable reversal, the opponent is forced to flee. Banded krait vs. Keelback water snake. On hard ground, the Keelback water snake is at a disadvantage from the start, as it is completely controlled by the banded krait. The confined space and slick, Hard surface prevent the keelback from using swimming or evasive maneuvers, which are normally its natural advantages. The keelback fights back fiercely, biting and counter-coiling. But the thick skin and venom resistance of the krait render all efforts meaningless. For snake-eating snakes, biting the body not only causes injury, but also makes the prey lose control of its body axis. The krait gradually slides closer toward the opponent's head. And the swallowing process is ready. Coiling the body helps the snake create leverage, allowing the head and jaws to move alternately on each side, instead of relying too heavily on neck strength. It is agonizing to still be alive while being swallowed whole into another creature's body. Snakeskin has hidden folds that normally overlap neatly, making the body appear compact. When swallowing, these folds open like pleats in fabric, without tearing or overstretching. Thanks to this, snakes can swallow prey much larger than their own head without injuring themselves. Mussurana versus coral snake. The coral snake moves slowly through the leaf litter, continuously flicking its forked tongue to collect chemical cues from the air. When hunting, it spends most of its time searching beneath dry leaves, inside soil burrows, or under rotting logs. Upon encountering a juvenile Mussurana, it delivers a short, precise bite, enough to inject venom into the opponent's body. This venom acts directly on the nervous system, disrupting signals between the brain and muscles. For small or juvenile snakes, even a modest amount of venom can cause immediate loss of bodily control. The prey quickly becomes motionless, unable to resist or escape. Spider-tailed horned viper versus bird. The spider-tailed horned viper mainly inhabits dry, rocky terrain, where its body coloration almost perfectly blends into gray stone and gravel. Rather than moving frequently, this snake chooses complete concealment, relying on camouflage to become part of its environment. Its most remarkable feature lies in its tail, which has the shape and movement of a spider, used as a biological lure. When the tail moves, small predatory birds or lizards often mistake it for a spider. And here is today's unlucky victim. This is a rare ambush strategy among snakes, allowing the viper to conserve energy in harsh conditions. The venom of the spider-tailed horned viper primarily damages blood and tissue, causing the prey to collapse rapidly. In open, rocky environments, the combination of camouflage, luring, and precise strikes makes this snake an efficient predator, despite rarely needing to move. What you have just seen reveals a brutal dark side of nature, where survival instinct overrides all boundaries. When food is scarce or territory is threatened, snakes are willing to attack even their own kind to survive. Yet not every confrontation ends with a victor, because a single moment of carelessness can reverse fate. If you found these images tense and haunting, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to continue exploring the most authentic survival moments of the wild. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again on the next journey.